was all a dream. It was all a dream.
This is Lagos, West Africa's wealthiest city and the symbol of the Nigerian dream. Lagos is so prosperous that if it were a country, it would be Africa's 5th largest economy. This is also Lagos. In fact, this is the first expressway ever constructed in Nigeria, the Lagos Badagry Expressway. It is an international road that forms part of the Trans-African Highway, extending from Mombasa to Monrovia. It extends from Nigeria's border down to Festac, connecting areas like Badagry, Ijanike, and Okokomaiko along the way. 12 years after the launch of an ambitious 10-lane expressway and light rail project, this is what Lagos Badagry Expressway looks like. Successive governments have come and gone, promising to solve this problem once and for all, but so far nothing has been done. The recently inaugurated governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has become the latest governor to promise to look into the matter, but whether he will redeem his promise remains to be seen. Many local and foreign commentators have commented on the shocking state of the road. But Lagos Badagry Expressway is only part of what we set out to investigate when we set off to the oldest town in Lagos. A few weeks ago, our producer was contacted by a group of whistleblowers who had some incredible things to reveal about Badagry General Hospital. According to the whistleblower, this hospital, which is the only government hospital available for all residents of Lagos between Badagry and Ojo, has a maternal mortality rate of about 40% for cesarean section delivery, lacks 24/7 electricity, forcing doctors to perform surgery with rechargeable lights, has an undetected financial corruption scandal that makes the hospital consequently short of money to stock its pharmacy, stock its blood bank, or buy oxygen. And it also has a starving crisis, with some doctors regularly missing work without explanation or consequences, in addition to being understaffed. And that's just for starters. It gets much worse. This is a story about avoidable death, misery, and neglect in an ignored part of Nigeria's richest city. This is a Lagosian horror story. Hello viewers, how are you doing? I believe you're having a great day today. My name is Temitope Boma Peterside, and today we are at Lagos State Government General Hospital, Badagry. No, not this big building you're looking at, but this small building you're looking at. The big building you can see is actually an uncompleted shell. Before speaking to our whistleblower, I wanted to get a sense of the hospital myself, so I decided to pose as a patient and go in. I couldn't go in with cameras, and recording video on my phone was too risky, but I managed to get an audio recording of my encounter at the front desk. Good evening, ma'am. She said I should come here. Please, I want to see doctor. I don't know if I can see doctor. I have some complaint. So they said I should come here first. Well, I've told them I want to see the doctor. And they asked me to sit down and they will call me later. Let's see how long it will take before they call me later. She's not doing anything. She's just there on phone, making call. She asked me to sit down, she will call me later. That call must be very, very important than the life of the people she has pledged to save. I want to lay a complaint. I've been having this feeling.
Okay, you want to correct what?
I said I want to see a doctor, but they said I have to collect card first before I can see a doctor. Okay. Like how long, ma?
Because the doctor that Okay.
Can I go and eat and come back because I'm hungry? But I'll see him this evening. We'll be around in the evening. Okay. Thank you. You can hear that. Doctor is not around. What if there's an emergency? Like the security man said, he mentioned one Sunday. I don't know if it's Dr. Sunday or which Sunday he is. He made mention of the Sunday by tea when the FL cook on it down alone. So I'm sure that is the case here. Anyway, they asked me to come back in the evening. That the doctor will be around then. So maybe before evening, if my case was critical, something bad would have happened. Only God knows. That is Badagry General Hospital for you. Finally, it was time to speak with our whistleblowers, a mix of nurses, doctors, and lab attendants. They were both present and prior staff of the hospital who felt very strongly that the hospital was not doing well at all.
Badagry General Hospital owes everybody. The hospital owes diesel suppliers, owes private pharmacies, it owes the drug reps that supply drugs to the pharmacy, on credit. So to the point that the reps don't even come to supply Badagry General Hospital anymore. So every time you come to the hospital, you go to the pharmacy, there are no drugs, they are always out of stock. And what now worsens it is that the hospital now resorts to using off-brand substandard medication instead of clearing it there. So for example, we're now seeing a recurrence of maternal bleeding. Those cases are resurfacing because the hospital has gone back to using a brand of oxytocin that we discontinued before. But now the hospital has gone back to that brand and the cases have resurfaced again. That's the first issue. Then the second and perhaps the more severe issue is that we have severe staffing problems. First of all, we are understaffed. Now, many doctors regularly miss work without any explanation, and when they come back, there's no sanction, there's no explanation, they just go back to work and everybody just moves on. So, and I'll give you an example. The head of the outpatients unit recently missed work to attend Lagosian's birthday party. And when he came back, there was no query, nothing. And this particular doctor is absent more than he is present at work, and he's a level 17 officer. Now, both doctors and nurses at Badagry General Hospital are extremely rude to patients. And in fact, some nurses contribute to trauma that the patients face. So you can imagine when a woman brings her sick child in, and instead of trying to calm the woman down and let her know that we're going to take care of the child, the nurses are saying things like, wait till you give this pikin. Now you kill her. We always tell una say make una bring una pikin come hospital. Instead una go to give them agbo, that kind of thing. And so you can imagine how people will be feeling when they come to Badagry General Hospital. That's the second issue. Now we have an issue with our equipment. We have issues with trolleys. They are insufficient and they are very low quality. Now we also have a shortage of emergency supplies. So basic things like gloves, doctors are not provided with those things. So most times we do tell patients to buy the things that we use to treat them when they are coming, including gloves. Sometimes it's so bad that there is no soap and water that we use to wash our hands in between seeing patients, which is the global standard. We have to reuse our surgical scrubs. So after we finish operating on a patient in the theater, then we give the scrub to the attendants who are not properly protected. Sometimes these attendants actually have to wash blood off the scrubs, and this blood sometimes is HIV infected blood, and they're just washing it, their bare hands, they're not properly protected. And it shouldn't be like this. Sometimes surgeons now have to wash their hands before surgery using buckets and baler. Meanwhile, the global standard is that there should be